The final Rivals 150 for the class of 2016 is in, and 6'7" wing Josh Jackson ends the rankings exactly where he began way back in September of 2013 as the top player in America. A native of Detroit who spent his final 2 years of high school at Prolific Prep in Napa, California, Jackson committed to Kansas earlier this spring and is certainly going to make an instant impact. He's a big-time athlete and a monster competitor who is at his best in the transition game. He slices and dices his way to the rim for buckets, he makes plays for others, and his game certainly extends into the half court. He's a one-on-one attacker off the dribble with a bit of a streaky jumper who is also an outstanding passer. What really helps set Jackson apart, though, is that he's every bit as good on the defensive end of the floor, where his intensity, his athleticism, and his quickness really allow him to shine. Right behind Jackson are 2 other players who've been in the top 3 their entire high school career. Although he missed his senior year due to injury, North Carolina native and Duke-bound power forward Harry Giles is still a big-time prospect. Even if he can only return to 85 or 90% of full strength, he's better than almost anyone else out there you could find. He's got great length, good size at 6'10". He's a good athlete, and he can also face up and score the ball with some skill. He should be able to step in and make an instant impact provided he's healthy. Right behind him is another Duke signee at number 3, Jayson Tatum, a 6'8" small forward out of Chaminade High in St. Louis. Tatum is one of the most skilled and savvy scorers in the class of 2016. He's got great size, he's got big broad shoulders, and his mid-range game is dynamic and effective. Rounding out the top 5 are a pair of newcomers to the top 5. At number 4 is 6'5" point guard Lonzo Ball out of Chino Hills, California. He's headed to UCLA where they're really going to be able to use his playmaking and the way he sets up others. He's a masterful passer who has kind of made his way in high school by throwing 60 and 70-foot passes and also being able to get to the rim and use his size to make plays. He should be able to step in and make immediate dividends. And maybe the most important signee of any of the top 5 is Washington-bound combo guard Markelle Fultz. At 6'4" and out of Hyattsville, DeMatha, he can play either the point or the shooting guard, and he's going to really be relied upon a lot in Seattle next year, especially with the loss of dynamic guard DeJounte Murray. Fultz is likely going to play a lot at the point, where his passing and ability to get to the rim come in handy, but also his ability to slide off the ball and score are what allowed him to crack the national top 5 for the final 2016 Rivals 150.
Yahoo!